Greetings, everyone. Well, the wait is over. It is time to conclude our Thomas Wright double feature package opening extravaganza with package number 2. Yeah. So this one came out when? July 17th, 2000. This thing is driving me nuts. Anyway, 2025. So it's not quite a year late at the time of this recording. Anyway, I don't know when you're going to be seeing this, but let's open it up, shall we? Now, I do know what one item is in this. I have no clue what anything else is. All he said was this isn't like specifically a horror one like the last one was. Maybe there's still some horror stuff in here, but it's not like horror specific, right? It's more kind of a variety of stuff. But I do know what one of the items is, which I will point out when we get to it. And I think you're gonna be maybe a little jealous, especially if it's one you missed out on. I almost missed out on it, actually, but it's thanks to Thomas that I actually have it. So I'm eternally grateful for that, because I absolutely would have missed it. This thing sold out almost immediately. So we're going to check it out along with everything else. All right, let's not waste any more time. Package number 2 in the Thomas Wright package double feature, finally getting caught up today on the Multimedia Chronicles. Really, church? You're going to lick your balls right now? Welcome back. All right. And where do we... Well, I didn't do anything. I thought, I'll take the address label off. Yeah, it didn't really do anything. I think we can just go across here. Maybe. I don't know where the... Hold on. I don't know how this box works. Hold on. Yeah, great. It's just gonna fall apart right in our laps here. Okay, there we go. And no, there's more. Hold on. Oh, there was even a few bucks in customs on this. Like, man. Okay, here we go. Ooh, individually wrapped. Here we go. Let's see. Well, here, let's. Are they all wrapped? I think they're all. Yeah, they're all wrapped. So let's take them out of the box here, just so I don't have to keep concealing the box. And of course, okay, I got a couple of things here, and snack time! We got some double-deckers, baby. Oh, you know I love these. I assume probably not too stale by now. I mean, these things will survive the apocalypse, so... Alright, there we go. Okay, is there a read first? Yes. And we'll read after. We'll set that aside. I didn't see anything. So read first. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Here we are. Friday, June 13th, 2025. That's when this one was originally put together and I guess sent out. Friday the 13th, very nice. Best day, next to Halloween, of course. Hi, Sean. I hope you enjoy this package of non-horror. I think the last time I sent no horror stuff was my first parcel. I sent of the Thunderbirds DVD, yes, which I still have right here, actually. Thunderbirds complete series on DVD. This actually just got a Blu-ray release, and they put out the first couple episodes, or a few episodes on 4K, which is pretty cool. I wonder if they're going to do a full set. That'd be nice. I hope you enjoy this pile of movies, and of course, double-deckers. Let's hope they aren't smushed. They seem to be. Well, the bottom one, one of them maybe a little bit. I don't know. Not as smushed as they were that other time, though. You know what I'm talking about. Go back and look at previous package openings from Little Retro Rocker and Little Retro Boy, his previous aliases there, if you want to check those out. From Thomas, please just use my name in the video. Okay, well, I'm glad that was your instruction, because that's literally what I've been doing. All right, well, let's start at the top, I guess. We got this one here. Open 6th. Okay, these are numbered. Okay. 4th, and 2nd, and 5th, and 4th. Okay, we gotta follow the rules here, folks. It's very important. 2nd, and that's 1st, and 7th. Okay. All right, we got a little sort of scavenger adventure thing here. So open first. And clues, I like. Your clue. The dragon enters with a final... Final. The dragon. So it could be one of two things. It could be something with an actual dragon, like a fantasy film, perhaps. Or could have been... Oh, wait. The dragon enters. It's got to be Bruce Lee. It's got to be something Bruce Lee. Okay. Because I know Thomas has been getting really heavily into like kung fu movies and Hong Kong cinema lately. So that would be right on brand. So let's find out. All right. So the dragon enters. Something. You know, funny enough, speaking of which, I've never seen Enter the Dragon or really any Bruce Lee movies. The only thing I've really seen Bruce Lee in was The Green Hornet, where he played Kato. But, yeah, here we go. Oh my god. Well, did I recall that? But holy shit. Enter the Dragon on 4K, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. If you're only going to experience Bruce Lee for the first time, it might as well be in 4K. John Saxon is in this? Holy shit. Nancy's mother... Nancy's father and the sheriff in the original Nightmare on Elm Street. That is awesome. Oh my god. And there's a special edition. Oh, there's 2 cuts. Special edition and theatrical cut. I had no idea there was multiple cuts. That is so cool. Loads of extras. Oh. Yes, that is awesome. Thank you so much. And yeah, kung fu stuff is definitely, like, this martial arts action is definitely something my collection is lacking. I have a few things, mostly sent by viewers, but yeah. Open 2nd. Your clue: Furious Dragon. Oh, Fist of Fury, right? I think that's what it was called, Fist of Fury. If we're going to the Bruce Lee theme. From, oh shit, Arrow Edition no less, 4K, look at that. Sweet. Oh man, you are definitely giving me a solid start to the old Bruce Lee collection here. This is awesome. So Fist of Fury, again, loaded with extras. An 82-minute documentary about Bruce Lee's life called Legend of the Dragon. Wow. Oh man. So, double 4K, double-fisted 4K, if you will. That's awesome. All right, next. Open 3rd, your clue: Dragon's First Golden Harvest. Okay. So, Golden Harvest was a Hong Kong studio in the, I guess, in the 70s and maybe 80s. I have one collection of their films, which specifically was... excuse me, it was one that Scream Factory put out called Golden Harvest Collection Volume 1 Supernatural Shockers. So it was some of their horror films, and they did a second volume almost immediately afterwards that was more just sort of their more action-y stuff. So I didn't pick up that one, but I did pick up the Supernatural one. So very cool. So Dragon's First Golden Harvest, so I'm guessing a Bruce Lee film, a film he did with that particular studio, which I understand is quite beloved. I think I can just slice down the top here. Yeah, there we go. Just enough to kind of get some give. Oh, this is awesome. Like this is like this is the kind of stuff I like, really, because I mean it's expanding my own horizons, right? Like I'm getting to experience some stuff that I haven't experienced before. What did I say all through the horror updates, right? Like it's just, you know, I don't want a collection of stuff I've seen. I want to experience new things, right? So here we have. Oh, this one I've heard of this one. Yeah, we have Bruce Lee, the Big Boss. Very good. Also another really nice Arrow edition. Yeah, Arrow's been doing some terrific stuff. So basically, what happened was with some of these, I don't know if it's all of these, but with a lot of the old 70s and 80s kung fu stuff, is the studio that owned them didn't have any interest in releasing them, so they were just sitting on them. So Shout Factory made them an offer. Said like, well, we'd like to license some of them. It's like, well, if you're going to license them, just license the whole library. So they spent a pretty penny, but they licensed the whole library. So they're now like the exclusive sort of distributor for all of these old kung fu movies. They've been putting out collections of their own, but they've also been sub-licensing them to other boutique labels such as Arrow and 88 Films, and they've been putting out their own, quite frankly, vastly superior editions. So, yeah, also, I will just say this, the Arrow video cover art is so much better than whatever fly-by-night $5 artist that Shout Factory Shout Factory's been using. So that's awesome. So we're getting, I'm definitely sensing a trend here. We're getting all of the official Bruce Lee films. I don't know how many films he did. Like, I know he died like super, super young, but very cool. And next up we have Open Forth, your clue, The Dragon Directs. Oh, is this one that he directed, I guess? Very cool. This one I don't know. These three I've heard of, obviously, because I don't live under a rock. I just haven't seen them. We might just have a Bruce Lee night at some point and watch a bunch of them. Alright, and here, looks like maybe another Arrow one. Yeah, another Arrow one. We have, The Way of the Dragon. Very nice. And this was Disc 2, The Final Game of Death. A 223-minute video essay by Arrow Films that incorporates a new 2K restoration of all 2 hours of Lee's original dailies from a recently discovered interpositive. Oh, wow. Like, just getting to see some of the, like, 2 hours of the raw footage. That is so cool. You know, I love stuff like that. Like with the Doctor Who sets, for example, of the classic series. Whenever they have like, the original studio footage or location footage, I just eat that stuff up, man. It's like fly on the wall, just watching them make the show, or in this case, the movie. That is so cool. Yeah. I wonder if the Shout Factory version had that. Probably. But Arrow's presentation is just so much better. And also, I mean, that's a whole, like, almost 4-hour-long documentary they did. That's crazy. Super 8 footage from 1974 of Danny Inosanto demonstrating the nunchaku. Game of Death Revisited, and earlier attempts to reconstruct Lee's original vision from 2001. Oh, hold on, there's something interesting about this. So, okay. Yeah, so this was, I'll just read the back here. So having established himself as the biggest box office draw in Hong Kong, Bruce Lee leveraged his success into a new deal with Golden Harvest that would allow him to write and direct as well as star in his own projects. He only got to complete one film under this deal before his untimely death, but it's arguably his most personal and exciting, The Way of the Dragon. Lee's only completed directorial effort is unlike any kung fu film that came before it, mixing thrilling action, stunning international location filming, and charming humor in a way that would prove heavily influential on other Hong Kong filmmakers in the years since. Very cool. Wow. This is going to be like a crash course in Bruce Lee, I swear. There we go. Look at that. Looking pretty nice. I might have to dig out my other kung fu stuff, see what all I've got in there. Open fifth, your clue, a famous yellow jumpsuit. Okay, I don't know the name of the movie off the top of my head, but I know what you're talking about. Made famous again recently, of course, with Kill Bill, and the suit that the bride is wearing, the yellow jumpsuit with the stripe, that is directly inspired by and based on one of Bruce Lee's outfits, which I assume is in this movie. So let's check it out. I don't remember which one it is, but I know the one you're talking about. Open very carefully. And all of these have like the nice sexy arrow slip covers and everything, which means I can make use of that reversible cover that they always have. Now here we are. We have Game of Death. That's the one. And yeah, and there's the jumpsuit right there. An artistic rendition, of course. And yeah, that's awesome. Oh, it has Game of Death and Game of Death 2, which is an international... Oh, okay. And it has the Hong Kong version, which was Tower of Death, and contains some standard definition material, so a bit of a mixed media there because of the available source elements. Very cool. And what is this? Like 3 cuts of Game of Death or something? The international cut and the Japanese cut. Interesting. Huh. Wow. And then I guess the Game of Death 2, or as it was known here. That's great. It's looking really nice. I'll give you a proper look at all of these after. So, open 6th. Your clue. Surely you didn't think I'd leave you hanging. Shaw, well, it's got to be maybe Shaw Brothers, something Shaw Brothers. Yes, because I can tell by feeling up the box. Anyway, let's see. Oh, holy moly. A trio of stuff. What do we got here? Oh, we have Shaw Brothers Presents. Oh, wow. Okay, that is cool. So we got Shaw Brothers Presents 4 films by Chang Che. Very nice. So what do we got here? We have Crippled Avengers, The 5 Venoms, Shaolin Temple, and 5 Shaolin Masters. I'll give you a proper look at all these after. And then we have 4 films by Lau Kar Leung. There we go. Where we have Executioners from Shaolin, Heroes of the East, Challenge of the Masters, and Dirty Ho. Cultural differences are so funny sometimes. Obviously about some guy named Ho who's dirty, but over here in the West that holds slightly different meaning. And finally, Shaw Brothers presents The Basher Box. There we go. So we got 3 films: The Boxer from Shangtung, Chinatown Kid, and King Boxer. I actually have heard of some of these movies, but as I say, like I am woefully ignorant when it comes to Hong Kong films. Most of what I know is from viewers, and actually my friend Luke from Razor Wire Reviews, Luke Ryan. He's a huge Hong Kong movie nut, which really surprised me because he's usually so highbrow, but he's just been like, for the past few years, he's just like gone on a binge of Hong Kong films, and he's just absolutely fallen in love with them. In particular, because of the creativity and so forth. And I've watched a few of the sort of supernatural horror ones and such that he had recommended. And if you watched my horror update, you know I picked up like a stack of them. But yeah, no, it's great to have like the sort of proper, you know, just straight up kung fu action side of it represented as well. Because all of this I've wanted to explore for a long time, but it's such a massive genre. Like, where do you even begin? Well, I'd say with Bruce Lee and some Shaw Brothers stuff is a pretty damn good start. Finally, last but most certainly not least, 7th, your clue, Clones of Dragon at Night. Clones of Dragon at Night. Okay. I'm so confused. Well, first off, we have... This is great. Enter the Clones of Bruce Lee. Yes, because there was Bruce Le and Bruce Lee with L-I, and all the Bruce Lee, Bruce Ploitation guys. So this is from Severin Films with a 15 certificate. Does Severin distribute in the UK? I actually did not know that. Very cool. They're a great label. As you know, I've got a bunch of their stuff. Within hours of his 1974 funeral, Hong Kong movie studios began to produce hundreds of unauthorized biopics, spin-offs, and rip-offs starring a competing roster of Bruce Lee lookalikes. Over the next decade, Bruce Ploitation would become a staple of global cinema. Director David Gregory, whose award-winning documentaries include Lost Soul, The Doomed Journey of Richard Stanley's Island of Dr. Moreau, and Blood and Flesh, The Real Life and Ghastly Death of Al Adamson. I have that one on my... have not watched it yet. Now examines the fascinating phenomenon via with interviews with them. That's awesome. With Bruce Lee, L-I, Bruce Lee, L-E, Bruce Liang, and Dragon Lee, martial arts legends like Angela Mao, David Chiang, Philip Ko, and Sammo Hung. I actually know a bunch of these names now because of, well, primarily Luke and other viewers as well. And the producers, directors, distributors, and experts, along with copious clips from the films themselves, that for the first time reveal the history, controversy, and legacy behind one of the most bizarre genres in movie history. That is awesome. That's going to be really interesting, for sure. Very cool. To protect the disc. Enter the Clones of Bruce. That is awesome. So obviously I'll watch the Bruce Lee movies first, then watch this. And I think I don't know if it was Shout Factory or one of them put out a box set of the Bruce Ploitation movies. Now, last but most certainly not least, I was starting to get worried because the last clue didn't mention it and there was no packages left. I'm like, uh-oh. But no, this is the one I knew about. This is the one that I knew he was sending. This is the one that I desperately wanted because the original Blu-ray of it was ass. And it has taken until now to get a proper redone version, courtesy of Arrow Films, in 4K no less. We have, from the director of The Crow, Dark City, from Alex Proyas. It includes both the director's cut and the theatrical cut, and a butt-ton of extras. So this is the one I was talking about. This one basically sold out almost immediately. Thomas, bless his heart, pre-ordered it for both myself and himself, and threw it in with the package. So yeah, I have not seen this since I had the horrible DNR shitfest Blu-ray of the director's cut. I think I had seen the theatrical cut. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'd seen the theatrical cut on DVD many moons ago. But this has been long overdue for an update. So now with this, and with the 4K of American Psycho and the 4K of the original Predator, we finally have proper, beautiful transfers of 3 films that were arguably 3 of the most problematic Blu-rays in the history of the format. Right up there with Patton, the original release of Patton. But, which was really baffling, because that was filmed in 70mm. Why the fuck did they DNR that? It had detail up the wazoo. Anyway, Dark City, which I gather is a very highly sought after collector's item now. So this, being factory sealed, brand new, pristine, mint condition, I would imagine goes for a pretty penny on eBay. Yeah, very valuable. Highly sought after by collectors. Extremely rare now. Valuable in its untouched condition. Well, fuck that. I want to watch it. Let's take a look. Very nice hard box. Look at that. We'll just do a little impromptu closer look here. And there we go. I figure I've waited long enough. And there we go. Very nice. So that's the original art. Let's flip the cover around. Oh. Daniel P. Schreiber, MD, psychiatrist. Remember, never talk to strangers. Important advice there. We have some cards, which we'll look at in a second here. Let's show you the discs. Here we go. And there we go. Very nice. I've been looking forward to this, despite taking forever to open the package. And we got original poster art on the back and some lovely cards. The always stunning Jennifer Connelly. Another poster variant. Kiefer Sutherland. Hold on. There. Kiefer Sutherland, always a delight. There we go. And finally, an actual postcard of Shell Beach. And it's like a proper, a proper prop, as it were. Very cool. So we're just going to do this, because I like to do this when we have the box, or slipcover, as the case may be. This is something that Arrow's been doing since their inception. No, that's confusing, because there's a movie called Inception. What I mean is, since their beginning, and that is reversible covers. And there we go. I mean, there's no point having the same artwork on both, right? I always do that with these and with any of the boutique label releases that have the reversible covers, you know. There's that. Slide the card in there. Very nice. And then in here, well, we of course have the poster, which I assume is, yeah, it's the original art on one side. Can you see that? Yeah. Or sorry, the original art for the set, and then the original poster art on the back. Very nice. And then, of course, nice little perfect bound book. And there we go. Oh yeah, no, this is great. I love these, but it's hard to show them. But yeah, I love these. I love these books. Very cool. It's been a long time since I've watched this too, and I do. It's essentially some dystopian sci-fi mixed with just crazy originality. Honestly, it's a really, really cool movie, and I'm glad that it got the deluxe Arrow treatment, which is fantastic. So thank you so much for this, Thomas. I can't begin to express how much I appreciate you grabbing this for me, because I'm pretty sure, just due to finances at the time, I likely would have missed out on it. Sorry about that. Camera only records 30 minutes at a time, so then we got the Basher box. Very nice. I'm not going to open all of these up right now because that would take forever, but very cool. And then the 4 films by Lau Carl Jung. Excuse me. Very nice. And finally, 4 films by Chang Che. Here we go. Very nice, very nice. And then I guess we're doing the Bruces in order. We got Enter the Dragon. This is the only one that's not an Arrow release. Yeah, this is a studio release. I don't know that it's had a boutique label release. I think this is one that Warner Brothers likes to hold very tightly too. Understandable. I got Fist of Fury. Yeah, as you can see, like all of these have just been given the absolute royal treatment. Amazing, amazing work by Arrow. I feel like, you know, if you're going to choose between Shout Factory, 88 Films, and Arrow for these, from what I've seen of them in terms of the packaging, the extras, and all that stuff, Arrow's definitely the way to go. They seem to put just more effort into it. I feel like 88 Films just kind of licenses stuff and does like... Yeah, they're alright, but they're not, I would say, one of the top tier boutique labels. I find a lot of their stuff tends to be things that other boutique labels have already released, and they just kind of get the sloppy seconds, as it were. Not all the time, but I mean, I have picked up a few other titles, and they're fine. But I just find that if you're going to compare, you know, the same releases across various boutique labels, Arrow always seems to come out on top, like in terms of not just the transfers, but also the, you know, the robustness of the extras. So that is awesome. Holy moly! Look at that. Well, he wasn't kidding. Not horror, but a heck of a lot of kung fu and Dark City. That is awesome. I had no clue you had put together like a mega kung fu package for me, dude. That is awesome. Because he's been telling us about. He frequents my Discord as well. He's been telling us about a lot of the sets that he's been picking up, in particular a lot of the Shaw Brothers stuff and Bruce Lee and all of that. So I knew about all of these from his pickups. I had no idea he had also picked them up for me. So clearly, we need to have a double-decker to celebrate, don't we? Yes, we do. Oh, there we go. That's not too bad. Maybe a little squished. Best before November 19th, 2025. I'm sure they're still fine. Oh, they are like a little melted into the... I wonder how many summers these have gone through. Like melted and re-solidified, melted and re-solidified. Well, they're still mostly chocolate bar shaped, so that's good. Just suffered some leakage. There we go. Awesome. Exploded double-decker. It's got like crispy bits in it. And a layer of nougat. And enrobed in creamy milk chocolate. It's like those videos. Watch me eat this candy from 1993. Sure. I'll watch you poison yourself for content. This has turned into a mukbang now. I'm going to sit here and eat all 8 of these right in front of you right now. No. Yeah, so good. See, the thing is with, you know, candies from other countries, or other continents, locally, they tend to be fairly inexpensive because they're quite common. Here, we do have like, they call it like the English sweet shop. Spelled with 2 P's and an E, of course. Shopapee. But here it's considered like premium because it's an import, right? They're not manufactured locally; they have to be imported. Sorry, some of the nougat jizzed out onto the label. So good. Anyway, I will put these away, and if Rose is good, maybe I'll let her have one. Anyway, that is an awesome, awesome package, dude. Full of chop-socky goodness and some wonderful dystopian sci-fi from the guy who did that awesome Crow movie. Holy shit, I didn't even think of it. Alex Proyas directed The Crow, which starred Brandon Lee, Bruce Lee's son. Well, how's that for a connection? I don't know if either of us made that connection, but there it is. Sometimes the cosmos just brings things together in ways you didn't necessarily plan. Cool. Cosmic connections. Today on the Multimedia Chronicle. Nichols. I started to drool. That's how lengthy that burp was. Anyway, before I implode anymore, thank you so much for this amazing package and for the other one yesterday. I won't say what it was. Go watch the video if you want to find out. But apparently double-deckers make me gassy. Who knew? Alrighty. Well, that is it from me to you for now, folks. Hope you enjoyed. I will see you again next time in whatever form that may take. So, once again, huge thanks to Thomas for this stack of awesome action and just generally awesomeness. Whole lot of Arrow. Almost all Arrow. Can't go wrong with Arrow. Great label. Alrighty. I'll talk to y'all next time. Until then, thanks for watching. And, oh, shit! Note! Wait! Don't go away yet. We forgot to read the after note. Here we go. Okay. Alright, here we go. A parcel of parcels. First parcel, Enter the Dragon. The movie that sent me down the kung fu rabbit hole. There it is. The order you open the parcels is the order I watched. All 18 movies, most of which are here. Okay. Second parcel, Fist of Fury, Bruce Lee's second movie for Golden Harvest, and my favorite. Very nice. Third parcel, The Big Boss. It's over the top and not fully Bruce Lee's style. Oh, interesting. Okay. Fourth, Way of the Dragon was the only movie Bruce Lee ever directed. Okay. Fifth, Game of Death. I could gush about the behind the scenes of this. All I will say is watch it. And the sequel, and the 3-hour documentary on this, yeah, on this movie that's in one of the on this movie that's in one of the sets. I see. Sorry, it was going into the graphics, so it's like interfering with the letters. Anyway, sixth parcel is all but one of the movies in Shawscope Volume 1. Oh, that's interesting. You're only missing Migui Peking Man. No idea why they're keeping it exclusive to the set, but you have some great movies in this collection. Boxer from Shangtung is fantastic. Yeah, I've got I've seen a few boutique labels do that, where they'll put out a box set with a bunch of movies, and then they'll do a re-release later, or either of individual movies or as smaller budget sets or what have you. But there will be like one or two movies that'll remain exclusive to the big set. I know Severin has done that several times. Like they did their their Hemisphere Horror Collection, which I talked about ages ago. Most of the movies got individual releases later, but some didn't. Same with what is it? The Blood Island collection, which was more Hemisphere films. They put out, it was like 5 movies or something. They put out 4 of them individually, or maybe it was 3, and they put 3 or 4. I don't know, all but 1 essentially. And yeah, and I think it. But the thing is, it's annoying because those big box sets tend to be very limited, and once they're gone, they're gone. And it's like, well, great, we can get most of the movie. Why not just put all of them out? You know, like, I don't understand. Like, Indicator Films, for example, puts out big box sets, collections of like 4 movies apiece. And then later, once those limited edition versions, the box sets are always limited, once those sell out, they release all of the movies in that set in like budget single disc releases. That's how I got all of Indicator's. I missed out on the box sets because I wasn't collecting yet, and I wasn't, fully region free yet, so I wasn't really looking at a lot of UK stuff. Now I'm a massive Indicator fan. I buy from them all the time because they do stuff like that, where if you miss out on a limited edition, you can at least get the movie and all the disc contents, even if you miss out on the packaging and the booklet or whatever. But those re-releases tend to be quite cheap. They're only usually like $20, which is ridiculously cheap for a boutique label. So, Indicator in many ways, I consider them kind of like the budget UK label. Their stuff tends to not be very expensive. Like, I even picked up a couple of their 4K limited editions, and they were only like £23 a piece. Like, that's dirt cheap for boutique labels. And they're really nice, too. But, anyway, I don't know why they do that. It seems silly to me, because I would think they'd make more sales. Indicator doesn't care if it was in their limited set or not. They got the license to all those movies. They're going to re-release them for as long as there's demand for them, So I don't know why other labels don't do the same thing. But Seventh Parcel is a documentary about the whole Bruceploitation genre. I got it in the Game of Clones. That was the set. That's what I was thinking of. I remember when he got that set, and it was pretty fun. I was like, oh, it's all the clones of Bruce Lee. Excellent. I remember they had a special marathon of those on like one of the Canadian specialty channels a while ago, and I think they called it Attack of the Clones. Yeah, something like that. So yeah, it was pretty funny. I couldn't spring for that, sadly, but this will give you a taste. And of course, I make you wait till last for Dark City, of course. I was starting to get worried, but I had faith. I still believed until the end. There we go. Okay, that is definitely it. Thank you so much once again, Thomas. That was an amazing package, and I appreciate you sort of spreading the Bruce love and helping me to find my gateway into that world by essentially duplicating your own gateway into the world of Bruce and his many clones. Alrighty, that is definitely it from me to you for now. I don't think we left anything out. No, we're good. I will see you next time. Until then, thanks for watching, and sayonara.